Okay, I would like to talk now about more arithmetic operators. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these the way that I did with the addition, but I wanted to let you know what is possible here in JavaScript with regards to working with numbers. So in this script, JS09D, we added two numbers, two real numbers or two floating point numbers together, and we got a sum. I'm going to save this script out as js10.htm. And instead of adding the numbers together, I'm going to subtract them. So I'm going to subtract them by highlighting that plus sign and just simply putting a minus sign there instead. And document write, I'm going to call this difference, equals parse float first num minus parse float second num. We still have to use the parse float commands because we're still entering information here into dialog boxes. Document write, the difference, in this case, is equal to, and then you want to use the variable difference. Very, very simple here. Now I have used the word here as a variable name, and I've also alluded to it right here inside of a string inside the document write function. Okay, it is not important that that name be here in that string. Okay, I could just as well call it the diff if I wanted to, is equal to difference. Now, that's a difference. Let's copy that information, and I just did a quick copy here, and I'm going to paste it several times throughout here. So I'm going to do one more, and that's going to be for multiplication, and let's do one more for division. So I'm going to call the second one here mult equals parse float, and instead of using the minus sign here, I'm going to do the computer's representation of the times, which is for multiplication, which is the asterisk. Okay, document.write. Here, it's going to be the result is equal to plus mult here. And this one's going to be subdivision equals parse float first num. And then division is done by the slash, which is the key next to the shift key. And then type dividing yields and then division here. And so I have three separate sections. I have a subtractions section where we have difference. I have a multiplication section and a division section. Those are your three basic other arithmetic operators. We're going to file save this as JS10A out here. And I'm going to take this and drag it in. And I'm going to type in a couple of numbers. I'm going to type in completely different numbers here. I'm going to do 58.5, click OK, and then I'm going to type 23.1 and click OK again. Okay, the difference is equal to 35.4. The result is equal to 1351.3500001, and dividing yields to 2.53246753246753223. All right, that's a little bit of crazy results there. But you'll notice that there's some formatting problems here with respect to the numbers, as well as some textual problems. I'm going to address the textual problems first, and that is that you are writing HTML here. And what we have done is we've written one line after the other in HTML with no breaks or no paragraph tags. So when we do this, we really need to add in at least break tags in here. And again, you can use paragraph tags if you want. But basically, the break tag is the easiest. And I'll just take that information I've copied here after difference, copy that, and then I'm going to paste it here, and then also here for both multiplication and division. Okay, although it's not necessary here because it's the last line on the page, so I can just take that back out. And I'm going to save this as 10b.htm. And you'll see that we end up with a little bit better formatted result. Okay, I'm going to add two different numbers in here, 25.25 and then 12.1. and the difference is equal to 23.15. The result is equal to 426. This would be the multiplying the two numbers together is equal to 426, etc., and dividing yields this incredibly bizarre number. So right now, this is what we have to deal with. When you're working with floating point numbers, you can get some rather extraordinary results, particularly if you are dividing, and sometimes even in adding relatively simple numbers with decimal numbers, that is, or real numbers. They will round off in a rather unusual fashion, and you'll get 0.99999 or 0.00001, depending on the browser and the way that the math has been calculated in your JavaScript. So be prepared for a couple of interesting results if you're doing mathematics here.